Hey guys, welcome to the SweetPea Chickadee YouTube channel. I'm Brooke.
I'm Kimberly.
And today is February 15th, and we're coming to you from Haymarket, Virginia, and this is episode 7.
You can find us on Instagram at SweetPea Chickadee, and you can find me on Ravelry at Karmeni, just my first initial last name. All of that is right here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. Welcome to the podcast. We invite you in. This is my daughter, Brooke. And I'm Kimberly, the mom, obviously. And if you're a returning viewer, wow, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a little surprised myself, but we're so excited. So just come on in and welcome to the podcast, and let's get started. First off, our last episode, we had Raging Purlwind pattern giveaway. So thank you to all of you who commented and entered into that giveaway. Rebecca graciously and generously donated a free pattern of your choosing to the giveaway winner. However, because actually this last couple episodes, we broke 100 subscribers.
That's
which
insane.
May seem like chump change to some people. It's very exciting to us. We're like, wow,
Definitely.
over 100 people want to check us out and subscribe. That's so awesome. So we're actually going to draw 4 more names. So a total of 5 names are coming out of that for a pattern of your choosing from Rebecca McKenzie Raging Purlwind. So I will go ahead and flash the screen up now, and you can see the 5 winners. I will also include those down in show notes, and I'll try to ping you also on YouTube. And what are we wearing? Actually, they're my 2 foes. Yay, segue. First of all, let's talk about this. This is the Hogwarts House Scarf. It's actually Hogwarts House Scarves is the pattern name. This is the Hufflepuff version, obviously, by Tanis. It's out of the Harry Potter knitting book. I can't really remember. I'll put a picture in right here. Can't remember the exact name by Tanis. Compilation of patterns. This thing is super long. It was the scarf that never ended. It's a super simple knit, and it's super warm, but it's double thick and knit in the round. And it literally, so Brooke's like 5'11", and it almost goes down to your knees, I swear. If you put it, when I wear it, I'm like 5'10" and a half. When I put it over my neck and I stand up, I feels like it goes down to my knees. It probably doesn't, but it feels like it does. Brooke, do you want to show it off a little bit?
Stand up?
No, just pull it off and show. Look at this. Look how long it is. So long. So it's easy to wrap around the neck, just like they do in Harry Potter, right, Brooke? It's very authentic.
Like when Cedric was running down the aisle with his hair, he was like, "Harry." That was the sentence.
That was it. That's all he said. Because he was a Hufflepuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. See, I know my stuff. All right, and then what am I wearing? This whole thing? I whipped this up in like 5 minutes. Just kidding. This is my Slipstravaganza. I finished it by Stephen West. I did the mystery knit along. I got through all of it on time until I got to this border. And as you know, once you get to the final section of the border, you go from 450 some odd stitches and you increase to over 900. So it took me a second, and I only did the short border, if you guys can't tell. But it's beautiful. I love it. Look how big it is. I'm going to include a picture here of when I was blocking it.
It's so pretty, honestly. I love the colors.
And it's so soft and cozy, and I just love the different design dimensions. Look at this. There's this. It goes to here. It's so interesting. I love these points, and look how long it is. It's amazing. I just love it. It's my new favorite. Very colorful. I love how it's all sash yarn I used. Most of it was Shalimar yarns. You go check out my Ravelry page and you'll be able to see all the yarns linked. The turquoise was Malabrigo. Everything else was Shalimar yarns. And it was stash, so I feel very accomplished when I use stash.
As you should.
I didn't have to go buy, I was like, I want to do the mystery knit along. And I bought the $7 pattern or however much it was. And I got to participate and then use up some of my stash, which is plentiful. And I've added to it a lot for this episode. This might as well just be named the episode of shopping or acquisitions.
The episode where Kim doesn't have a budget.
It's like we should name it a Friends episode. The one where Kim spent way too much money on it. There is no budget. All right, so we're just going to pan this across. You can get the full experience. You kind of can't even. It's hard for the camera. Look at this. So if you can believe it, this whole first section, which was crazy, like ended with this whole thing being off your needles. Like it was completely done. I was like, now what? It was like, okay, here we go, Steven. What are you gonna do now? And like half the time with this, which is I feel like is my first Stephen West pattern and my first mystery knit along. And I knew he's very cool and very interesting and very inventive with his knitting. But it was like every time I was doing something, I'm like, really? Are you sure? As I'm knitting it, I'm like, okay, Steven, let's try. I was like, okay, I guess we'll see. And I'm like, wow, this is like crazy awesome. I just love it. All right, our next section is
Whips.
Works in progress. And first up are my February DVD socks, which are Desert Vista Dyeworks. You basically knit a sock every month out of Desert Vista Dyeworks yarn, and you get to like get discounts, and after 6 months you get a free skein of yarn, and after 12 months you even get a free specialty colorway skein, which is really great. And I already have a bunch of her yarn. I order more all the time, and so I might as well, I'm just participating this year, and so far it's been really fun. So my February socks are, I made the Crunkled socks by Kay Jones, and I just love it. So with this one, normally what Desert Vista Dyeworks is famous for are her self-striping yarns. But this month, I'm using actually a sock blank. And it's actually really fun. I love wild and crazy socks. So obviously both socks are not gonna match, which I'm totally cool with. And they're super fun and funky. And I figured if I don't really know what the pattern's gonna be, might as well make the Crunkled socks. I've been wanting to make this pattern for a while.
They're definitely really pretty. I love them.
It's hard to see, but there are bumpies, basically like crunkly mixes. And it's actually more enhanced even because when you pull the yarn out of the sock blank, it's already kind of crinkly. Right here. See, it's kind of crimped when you pull it out. So I've already got my next one ready. So see, it's obviously in my cute little stitch marker. I think that's at the Lemonade shop. She dyes yarn too. So obviously this is like gonna be a different, see, a little different, but see how it kind of fades. I love that. So I did a normal 64, well, my normal 64 stitch. I always want to say 64 inch. 64 stitch cast on. I think I did 16 rows for my cuff. Fish lips, kiss heel, which I always do if it's not self-striping. If it's self-striping, I always do the afterthought so I can have that that bullseye effect. And actually, this is a different toe than I tried before. This is this comes with the pattern, and it's her umbrella toe. And I don't know about you guys, but heels are fine. I mean, most heels fit fine for me. It's the toe I have a hard time trying to like get right. I experiment with all sorts of different toes. My feet, I guess, are weird, and so these ones actually fit really nice, and it's really easy to do. However, it makes my feet look extra pointy. Like it hugs my toes a little too much. It's comfortable, but I don't know if I care. But then when I look down, is it gonna bother me? Because usually what happens is, because my toes are like my big toe is the longest, and then my other toes go like this. So it just accentuates that, which I don't like. So usually what I end up doing is doing a rounded toe where I have like extra sock up. It's loose around my smaller toes, which I'm just used to. I think it's fine. This one is very comfortable. I just don't know if I like the look of my feet in it. I think it'll be fine. I don't think anyone's gonna be looking at your feet. They're gonna be like, oh, what nice feet. No one else is like looking at my, Anyways, the umbrella toe, if you haven't heard of it, try it out. I think it's actually really comfortable. I might keep doing it after this. I don't know. We'll see. But I love it. So I'm halfway done, obviously. I got till the end of February to finish this. No problem. It's in my Scrappy Angel Peekaboo bag, my favorite. I love that one. I mean, and she's having a shop update on February 27th. I've already set my alarm. There's a Harry Potter fabric in there, and there's also the black and white. I don't know if you guys have seen those black and white fabrics with the animals. She's doing those too. Cute. Yeah, so they're gonna be really great. My next whip are actually socks for my husband. These are Damon socks. I'm just making a simple vanilla sock. So I've had ripped these out like 3 times. It's really frustrating. So he has size 15 feet. The last pair of socks I made was the only pair of socks, and that was worsted weight yarn. So it doesn't even really count because it's not gonna measure, it's not gonna transfer over number wise. So I grabbed this skein of Ancient Arts yarn. In the Road Less Traveled, is that what it's called, Brooke? Yeah. A Road Less Traveled. There's the Ancient Arts yarn. Got it, it's a little close, Brooke. You're just showing them the price tag. I'm
sorry.
All right. Can you read off what it is, Brooke? What kind of yarn? Like, what's
All
the
right.
narrative?
It is 80% superwash fine merino and 20% nylon, and it's fingering sock weight.
Yeah, so this is fingering weight. Now, I always wondered what, like, light fingering, heavy fingering. This is definitely a heavy fingering. Like, it is super plush and plump and great. It's very soft and nice to work with. So it's not really helping me try to figure out gauge based off my socks, which I usually do in apparently a light fingering sock.
Yeah.
So he is size 15 feet. They're a lot bigger than mine, so I assumed I would cast on 72. I cast on 72, and they were huge. So I don't know, and I think he might have dainty ankles or something. I told David, I'm like, try these on, and they were huge. I'm like, you have dainty ankles, and the look he gave me was priceless, because I don't think he's ever been referred to as dainty on his like legs and feet. But I don't know, because this is also seeming, ripped it out and back to a 64, which is what I make for myself. Now I am on a 1.5 inch needle, which usually I'm in a US 1 for me. Did a US 1.5, and it still seems big. I don't know. So I'm going to keep going though, because he's going to have to suck it up. I'm not going smaller. That would be weird. I think it has to do with the gauge of how thickness the fingering weight is.
Yeah, probably.
But why I grabbed this yarn in the first place, because you see how massive this cake is? Rick, you want to show it up close so you can see the color? The colors are amazing. Pops of red and brown and dark blue. But I got it, it's because it's a super socknado, or socknado, probably socknado. Because they have their socknado base. But now this is a super socknado, which it means it's the giant skein, so it's a skein and a half, 150 grams. And he's got size 15 feet. So I figured I'd start with like a more than enough yarn to get me through before I try to finagle him socks out of 100 grams. But here's what I got so far. I'm marking every 15 rows. I think I'm gonna at least go to 60 like I normally do for me, and then I'll look at it, because I think gauge is also off too. I think it's looking longer than it normally is when I'm at 45 stitches right now. So I don't know, we'll see. But here it is, Damon socks. I have this in my bag. It's Cottontail Farm. It's a Virginia company. She only did these like one-off batches back in like, I don't remember, fall, maybe summer.
It's definitely
I think she only had one of these and I snagged it right away. But yeah, she's local in Virginia, Cottontail Farm. I'll put her information here. You can go ahead and find her on Instagram as well. Okay, my next whip is a cross stitch pattern. So you guys saw, you want to have that up, Brooke? When I bought this at my yarn store, it says hot mess with some flowers underneath it. It's gonna go in the background. I'm making it for the podcast. Also, a nice little tidbit of information. I use the same background, a little bit different. I have to pull in the camera for my background for work, for when I do video calls, which is like all day long. So I think I'll be having this up during the podcast, but then taking it down during work calls. Maybe. So this is what I got so far. Not very much done. This is part of the M, obviously. So it says Ness, kind of. I think I need to finish up something right here, and then I'll move over to finish the M and work this way. I was finding the middle, which is why normally I work this way, but I had to find the middle. Anyways, you guys don't care about that. But there it is so far. And I love these little kits. This is the little kits I got. I love the little kit. It came with everything. Came with the ring, all the yarn colors laid out, even came with a needle. I mean, I love these little kits where it all comes in one. I don't have to worry about trying to get the right size of the ring, or trying to put it into a frame. I don't even need a frame. I'm gonna hang it right from this thing, just like it has in the picture. It's gonna look just like that on my wall, folks. Okay, and my last whip is a new cast on. I think I just cast it on yesterday. I was so excited, which kind of segues me into acquisitions a little bit. This yarn, first of all, let's just show the beauty of the yarn. Okay, Brooke, you want to show up close? This is Sweet Dreams by Amplifiber yarn. She's a brand new indie dyer. Look at her adorable logo. I love it. Yarn is my jam. I don't know if it's gonna there you go. Look at the back. Sweet Dreams. Brooke, do you want to read off the base and what's in this? The one I got?
75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, and yeah, I keep thinking there's more. But
and that's it.
More.
And that's all. That equals 100. So good job, Brooke. So I cast on. I basically joined the bandwagon, the Crazy Sock Lady bandwagon. Her podcast, how I found this pattern. But this is the Musselburgh hat by Ysolda Teague. So, I mean, this is a dream. And look how it's knitting up. I mean, look at that. Perfectly blended. That. So what the Musselburgh hat is that it's brilliant. Ysolda is brilliant. You start from the top, right? You start from the middle, you do the deep increases, and you knit forever. I was essentially looking for a pattern because this yarn is so beautiful. I wanted to use the entire skein. So I was searching and searching and searching. I'm like, you know what? I'll just do the Musselburgh hat like everybody else is doing right now. Everyone's loving it. And I want a good slouchy hat. What you can do is have it a slouchy hat or it folds up into a brim. Mm-hmm. But what you do is you knit forever until you're done, and then you decrease down and have another end. So you're having like two ends to a hat. Then you fold it, which I haven't tried yet. You fold it inside of itself. So it's
double layered.
Yes, but you fold it inside of itself, and then it becomes the hat. So then you can wear it slouchy, still double layered, or you can fold the brim into like 4 layers around your ears, which is nice and warm.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to have fingering weight yarn turn into a nice, warm, cozy hat without having to hold anything double. And so it's going to be amazing. You can probably get away with, I think, using less than a skein of yarn. I've seen some people do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure mine is the entire skein. So I already, once I finished the increases, I weighed my skein, and it took me 9 grams for my size and my gauge to get to through the increases. So I know that once I reach 9 grams left, that I need to start my decreases, and then I'll have used all of this beautiful yarn. Don't you know, like when you have like this like when you guys go and get the most beautiful favorite skein of yarn and you don't know what to make with it, so it just sits in your stash, basically. And I saw it, this came in on Thursday. I'm like, I have to cast this on.
Yeah.
And actually another one too. I actually had everybody vote, which one should I make first? Because there's 2 skeins from Amplifiber that I just had to cast on right away.
And then Dad and I wanted this one.
Everybody voted. Even Damon from his college through FaceTime voted. He said this one was the one I should cast on first. When you have like the perfect, most beautiful skein of yarn, and you don't know what to make with it, but you know you want to make something that's going to show all of its beauty, and you're going to use all of it all up at once. Like, I don't want to have leftovers. I want to use it all up. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is, but Amplifiber, Erin from Amplifiber, mwah. She's a genius. She's a new indie dyer, and I mean, look at this. No pooling. I mean, it's just like perfectly mixed. Those color pops are amazing. And this is also in my Scrappy Angel retreat bag. This is a large sized. I mean, look, it's over. I mean, this will eventually get a lot bigger and I'll need all this space, but I don't really right now. It's amazing. These retreat bags have the wire frame up top, but nothing in the bottom. And yet, if you have stuff in it, it will sit right up. It's great. So you can keep it open like a bucket tote or anything like that, or you close it right up like a carpet bag. And you can even squish it away into another bag if you want to. These are amazing. Just so you guys know, half the time I cut, you guys see cuts, it's because this one's yawning.
That's not okay.
She yawns. I'm like, why is it I never see you yawn unless we're on this podcast.
That's not true.
Happy Knits, Yolanda, please tell me Jordan is the same way, because I don't know what's going on.
That's not, I yawn all the time.
And every time she yawns, she's like, it's not because of you. I'm like, but I think it is. I really think it is. Nice try. But I'm glad you want to try and like save my feelings.
Anyway, moving on to acquisitions.
Amplifiber. So I was just talking about Amplifiber. You guys, Erin from Amplifiber, other than her being
Chef Kiss
and a fellow redhead, I just found out. I saw her picture. She posted a picture on stories. I'm like, oh, she's a redhead too. That's why we're kindred. Yes. Okay, so she was having so back up. I first found Amplifiber off of another podcast, which I'll mention later. It's the 4-Star Knits. Amazing, you guys should go check her out on YouTube as well. But I saw Amplifiber, and I saw this color was what the 4-Star Knits was highlighting. It's called Library Magic. Brooke, do you want to show a little close-up? It's just perfect for the name. And look at all those colors. Even pops of like dark blue in there. I mean, you guys, I want to make something. This was the other one. It was either this or Sweet Dreams. I mean, I just can't. And the cutest label. Anyways, so Library Magic. So I went on after I saw her on the podcast, and she was out of Library Magic, and she was just having an update. And Library Magic sold out so fast. Everyone loves it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back later. Well, then she posted she's having another update, and it was all about 80s themed or 80s music. And I saw this beauty right here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. Brooke, do you want to show a little close and see if you can get it without the glare? Oh yes, there you go. Oh, look at her cute label on that. Oh my gosh. Love it. And then you want to show the back, Brooke? All of her details on her packaging is amazing. I love it. So I was like, okay, I have to have this. And then there's also sock sets. So she also had sock set version of these. She had large sizes of these and then like 2 minis of another 2 of them. Like however she had. I think she had like 4 different kinds. And so I set my alarm, got on there, put this in my cart, so excited. I'm like, oh, she's got Library Magic in stock? Oh, take one of those. And then I'm like, oh, and then I happened to see Sweet Dreams, and she only had 2 left, and they were in 4 people's cart, and it felt really good to cart jack. I know. Isn't it terrible? But I was like, I have to have that. It's so pretty. It was beautiful. It's purpley blue. So I got so sorry to those of you I cart jacked. I really apologize, but it felt, I'm the one that's usually cart jacked. And so I ordered those 3 things, and I was so proud of myself, even though I had just went to the store and got yarn that same day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where's your budget?
Okay, so we just realized the microphone wasn't plugged in, so if you hear it a little differently, it's not you, it's me. Okay? So sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it's better. Not so echoey. Anyways, Amplifiber. So my order, and then when I ordered it, it said, oh, thank you for purchasing from a local business. They're also in Virginia. I'm like, what? I didn't realize, because the 4-Star Knits podcast is in Chicago. So I didn't know if that was local or whatever. But Amplifiber is also from Virginia. I love finding local dyers to highlight, or local designers or whatever. It's just, that makes me feel like really good. So my order came really fast. I ordered on Saturday. It came on Thursday. And then I opened it up, and there was extra yarn. This extra beauty was in there. Brooke, do you want to show this?
It's called Pink Moon.
Pink Moon. It's a great neutral. Look at all those colors.
Like there's even like the pink like right there.
Yeah. It's a little more pinky. I mean, it's beautiful. And this is in a different base than what I ordered,
It's
Brooke.
really soft.
Yeah.
It is merino, and then 100% superwash merino wool.
Yep, it's 100% superwash merino wool. I get sock usually because, you know, never know when I'm going to make socks or something, but this is beautiful. And she sent it to the podcast, you guys.
Yeah.
When I order, first of all, I mean, we're a new podcast, so don't feel like, by the way, I'm from this podcast.
Yeah, we don't put it in notes. Oh yeah, so if you want to send us a little something.
I don't do that. I mean, I don't think anybody does that, quite frankly, even the big time, but I definitely would not do it as well. The big time podcasters. But she is a subscriber to our podcast. Okay, first of all, we had our own, like, superstar freak out. I was like, oh my gosh, Amplifiber knows who we are? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was. And I'm like, wait, I don't remember ordering extra skein, and why is it packaged differently? And she had this cute little note in here. Brooke, do you want to read it out?
SweetPea and Chickadee viewers can use code SweetChick15 to receive 50% off your total purchase through March.
That's right. And then she says, follow at amplifiber.yarn on Instagram to stay notified of shop updates and promotions. I'm going to link all that right here on the screen, and all below in show notes. She gave us a discount code, our first discount.
Seriously, it's our first code.
We were like, we have our own one, SweetChick15, and you get 15% off, which is no joke. That's a lot of a discount through the end of March. So not just February, through the end of March. And I messaged her thanking her so much, and she was saying how her shop is a little depleted right now because she had her big sale. However, I went on there, and there's still quite a bit to choose from. There are the sock sets that went with these. These are sold out. But the sock sets that went with them are still there. And she also has quite a bit of, and I think there's some Library Magic still in there. There's this great blush mohair that I think during my next order, if it's in there, I'm totally going to grab. It's the perfect blush pink for a mohair to go with, like, almost anything.
I love mohair.
It would go really great with this Pink Moon.
I love mohair.
To, like, accentuate the pink. Yeah. So, Erin, thank you.
Seriously.
Oh, and she sent us a note saying to Kimberly and Brooke, Brooke was so excited.
I was like, I'm included.
Brooke was so excited, and she sent her extra candy. She's like, here's some extra candy, Brooke. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I ate all those Smarties. All those Smarties were so good.
Erin, you are such a sweetie. Thank you so much, and we feel really special.
Seriously.
I mean, it was I was shocked. I was like, what? You know who we are? So crazy. So thank you, Erin. We really appreciate it. This is going to go in our prize bin. We have a prize bin now.
I know.
We're in the big time because podcasters usually have a prize bin where they have their giveaway. And so we've just been giving away, we like schedule it out. We have a prize bin now.
Seriously.
So I'll put this back in its bag so I won't take all the smells from it. But through the end of March, 15% off with Sweet Chick 15. Okay, my next acquisition, I'm telling you, it should be called... this episode should be called the one where Kim buys a lot of stuff.
The one where Kim doesn't have a budget and needs one.
Brooke was asking me if I had a budget. I'm like, I have a job, so no, I don't have a budget. I work. So my husband, he's very supportive, but he also works. We both have a job. So, this is
he spends it on video games, though. You spend it on yarn.
He has video game stuff, which, I still think I probably spend more on.
Shh, we don't need to talk about that part.
All right, so speaking of, also, Crazy Sock Lady, I obviously watch her podcast because she had this great set from Pumpkins and Wool. I did a pre-order for it. It's the exact same color that she had. And I just love the, deep, maroon and the pops of green and this, tonal tan for the contrast color. I love sock sets anyways. I don't know why, but and isn't her label so cute?
I love that.
Isn't that cute?
So adorable.
Pumpkins and Wool. She does a lot of pre-orders now, so look out for that. I think she just did a Valentine's Day one where it's like a pre-order for sock sets. She usually sometimes has extra ones that she sells as well. But this was going to be socks pretty soon. Okay, my next purchase was from my local yarn store, Needles in the Haymarket. Oh. Isn't that the cutest name ever? Because we live in Haymarket, Virginia. Needles in the Haymarket. Anyways. Marty there is great. She's the store owner. My husband likes to bribe me to going... First of all, we're in a pandemic. We don't go many places, but he had to run to the store, and I was like, no, it's okay. I'm good. You go ahead. And he's like, well, if you come with me, I'll take you to the yarn store. And I'm like... Fine.
And then I came with them too, and it was a nice family trip to the store.
And so we went in there. That's when I bought Damon's sock yarn, that Ancient Arts yarn. But I also, Marty, bless her heart, I love you to death, but it's pays to know the store owner. When I walk in, she's like, hey, we actually have a new Dream in Color shipment. It's still in the box. We haven't even tagged it. Do you want to look? I'm like, do I? Do I want to look? Marty.
Oh, Marty.
I was like, yeah. So I'm like, can I open these bags? I'm literally opening the bags while she's like, help. I'm like, don't worry about me. I'm helping myself. They have a new pop-up club. They might always have that. I don't know, Dream in Color. But I'm a sucker for Dream in Color. Her colors are amazing. So here are the 3 that I picked out. Brooke, do you want to
All right, so
you want to do the color one first?
All right, so this one
club
is called Smooshy Cashmere. Oh, is that not the name?
That's the base. Mm-hmm. It's the February 2021 pop-up club. I don't think it has a name other than that. Look at those pinks. And I'm not even an orange person, but I don't see this as orange. I see this as
a red and pink.
Like red, pink with I guess sunsetty colors.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not orange at all. Only because, red. You can't really wear a lot of orange. Yeah. But it's just in the tonalness about it. So these colors coordinated apparently with this and with others. And I grabbed these 2, Brooke.
This one's Liberation.
And look at this pink, guys. I guess that's looking a little bit more red. If you pull it right there, that's probably the pink. Although, does that look more red too still?
I don't even know. It's pink, just so
you know. It is the bright... It looks a little red on screen.
Just, go colorblind for a second and just, make it pink.
Pink. I don't know. I can't really tell.
I think it looks pink.
Right there?
Yeah.
Pink? It's
Should
so
I get my
bright.
flashlight?
And this is also on this smooshy cashmere base.
Mm-hmm. And
this one.
The last one is Unimaginable.
I love
this. Soft.
It's cashmere. Brooke. It's a perfect neutral, but it's also got hints of pink tonal in there. I love that. Right there, you can see the pinky.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's just the darker kind of.
It looks more pink in person, but it's a great neutral. So I don't know if I want to do some color work or just split them up, but I see some serious color work happening
don't
here.
Don't take all the smells. Okay, stop. Don't. You can't take all the smells.
Now, you guys, last time I told you all about this dream knitting, right, Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know all the patterns and everything to show you, but look what came in the mail like 2 days later from my husband. I say from my husband, but it's via Amazon. Like, he ordered it. He saw that it was like in the cart because I had it in there for save for later. You know, I need to buy everything. And so my husband had like, you know, just a simple act of adding it to cart and ordering it. It was so nice. So this is, I mean, so many patterns. I'm going to want to knit with this. Mm-hmm. Let me just quickly show you the couple that of course I did not mark this, but the couple that I had mentioned last time that I wanted to make, I'll just kind of show those pictures really quick. This one especially was called the Millennium Falcon Cowl. The designer is Rihanna Bams, or Bombs, I don't know, Bams. Oh my gosh, look how
really
like how like luxuriously bulky and squishy that is.
Mm-hmm. That's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And I don't want to show you like the pattern. You have to buy the book. There you go. Okay. That's the whole thing. I don't want to show the pattern. You have to buy the book, guys. Okay. Sorry, Brooke. I'm like putting it right in front of your face. The other one that I mentioned last time
was the Stormtrooper hat.
The Stormtrooper hat was one. Did I only mention those two?
I'm pretty sure those are the only two you mentioned.
Oh, but there's so many more. But yes.
You'll have to buy the book then if you guys want to see everything that's in here.
Buy the book. I love this like themed, like you can do cosplay stuff in here.
I like the cool air I'm just getting when you're like flipping through the pages.
I know, I can't. I don't know why I can't. Oh, I think it's towards the back. That's why.
Oh, cute little sweater. Oh, you mentioned these. You mentioned these. Remember you were going to make a string of them?
You mentioned these.
I didn't mention those.
This is Yarn Cafe Creations. Design these little ornaments. Aren't those cute? I think it's in the back. Nope. Good gravy. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
The Clone Trooper hats. Look at that. You can see me peeking over.
I don't know. You look great.
Hello?
10 out of 10.
Do you see? I just can't see if you guys see. I don't want to get you glare either. But isn't that? I love that. I think that's very unisex. Mm-hmm. I love it. That's awesome. So one of my Knit Night friends, Holly, she just started her very own little business. Congratulations, Holly. She's making stitch markers, which you guys are so cute. As soon as the shop opened, it's called Whiskers and Stitches.
I helped with the name.
we voted on it. She already had the name. We just voted. But Whiskers and Stitches, which is so cute. The day that she opened her business, I went and I ordered a bunch.
I was right next to her.
Yeah. So here they come in these great these great cards right here. Whiskers and Stitches. Look at that chicken. Of course I had to have that, you guys. And then but look at I even like her little card.
So cute.
The card holder. What do you call it? Card holders?
I think I should
card
like
tabs.
Like a card back? Like a
card back. Ooh, card back. It might be card back. I don't know. But there's a chicken one. Brooke, you want to show?
And we have this little golden moon right here.
Mm-hmm. Brooke can't see either.
I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it.
There you go. Put it in the middle. I think it.
And then we have like this little. It's
like a rose. I think she's got those in the shop still. She still has chickens. I think I took the last star. She still has these little cactus or like little melty cacti. That's plural.
Cacti is plural, yeah.
Yeah. And then look at this set I got. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you can see the like bling. I don't think you can. Oh, it's like the wrong way.
Oh, do I turn it this way then?
Yeah, turn it there. Just no, now it turns toward us.
Ah.
I think you're tilting it.
I'm sorry.
I just go like this. Look at all those colors. And I thought maybe this might be a little heavy, and I was like, that's okay. I'll just, put it on a heavier project. But it's not. It's super light, this one. Mm-hmm. But I love that.
They're all so many. So pretty.
They're all so pretty. Go check her out. She's on Instagram. I'm going to link it right here and also down in show notes. Whiskers and Stitches. And they're all very reasonably priced. These were only like between $2.50 and $3.50 maybe. I mean, super cheap. And then this one was like... Wasn't it like 18 maybe? Because there's so many and they're so beautiful and big. But oh my gosh, you guys. Go check out our shop. They're great for stitch markers. Alright, next up, Yarnable subscription. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing. I think everybody has seen it by now. If not, fast forward. But I'm sure everyone, it's the 15th. Everyone should have seen it. Okay, when you open your Yarnable box, you have your yarn, which is protected, and also your gifts. your little extras.
Cute little extras.
And it always comes in like a cute little colored
I think
see-through
this is my favorite bag. It's like, oh, Valentine's Day, cute.
Oh, it is. It's really cute. Brooke, do you want to take out the little extras? And then the extras, it talks about it on that card.
Okay, so in these amazing extras I see, we have... Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, stitch markers.
Oh, yes, I didn't know if I was holding two things. All right, so we have some stitch markers right there. Very beautiful.
They're like individual rings, and then this...
They're all very extremely beautiful. And then...
And the stitch markers are by... Notions by a Lovely Homemade Life.
All right, and then we have this wool wash soap.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And it smells great. And
the card
figured out the card has what kind of smell it is. And I something about cashmere, I think. Vanilla cashmere is the smell. I mean, imagine how it smells. It's pretty amazing.
And the person who made it was the soapy ew.
You.
Oh,
like sheep, but you. E-W-E.
I'm sorry.
The soapy you. Well, why would you know how to say you?
I was like,
I only know that because I'm a knitter.
I was like, ew.
Honestly.
I was like, ew with an E at the end? That's new, but it's cool.
But this is all obviously February, so it's Valentine's Day. But look at the yarn. Oh my goodness.
So pretty.
Brooke, what's the color called? It's okay, so Brooke has a hard time reading this sometimes because it's cursive. And we all know that kids today were not raised learning cursive, which is very sad. Adults, we can have our own secret language just by writing in cursive.
Okay, we're not talking about
Okay.
There's no cursive.
Okay.
Cherry corded.
Cherry cordial. Told you should get recursive.
What is a
cherry cordial? Brooke, now do you want to show the yarn and rotate through all the beautiful colors? Like, she captured all of the beautiful colors of Valentine's. Look, there's even purple over here. That's like more purpley. It's hard. It looks kind of pink, but it's purple.
Yeah.
I love that. Those would
So
be
pretty.
great Valentine socks. I love those. So this is a Yarnable box by Hypnotic Yarns. She only opens signups for subscription boxes a couple times a year. She just finished her last one. And I heard, she said that she got over 300 new people.
Nice.
That's a lot of
Good
yarn
for
that she's
business.
dying. Seriously.
That's
That's
still
got
good
a lot of yarn. And it also always comes with a discount scratch-off code, which I'm not going to show you because I scratched
Yeah, you
it.
scratched it.
But that's for you to use in her shop for the whole entire month. So, because she does sell other things, Hypnotic Yarn sells other yarn that she dyes, separate from the Yarnable subscription. And the last subscription box we're going to talk about, I think is the last one I get. Well, that's neither here nor there, folks. Okay, I get a lot of stuff. Is my Row 1 subscription for February. Brooke, do you want to look at this, you guys? Oh my gosh.
So pretty.
So, first of all, Row 1 Yarns is a mini skein monthly subscription box. Each month you get 10 10-gram minis from a new indie dyer. So it's a great way to sample new indie dyers, find out about new ones, or look at yarn from ones that you already know and love but haven't tried yet. So it's a great little, and you can use mini skeins. These are 10-gram mini skeins, pre-wound. Isn't that nice? You can use them for anything, for color work, for scrappy projects, for socks, for, heels, toes, and cuffs. I mean, like lots of different things. But as soon as I opened this month, I was like, that's interesting. That looks like Crybaby colorway, and that looks like Dinner at Tiffany's colorway. Okay. I stalk Threadhead Knits Co. her website too much. As soon as I opened it, not knowing who the dyer was, I knew who the dyer was and the colorway names. So, yes, these are Threadhead Knits Co.'s colors. She was the indie dyer for February. And I mean, look.
So so pretty.
Look.
I love
it is just as neon as what you're saying. And this one, so it's really great too, because I've been stalking her website. I've always loved this color, the Dinner at Tiffany's. Wanted to see it in person. Crybaby, wanted to see this in person. Now I'm seeing it all right here.
I mean, they're all just like super pretty in my opinion.
And then Derby Girl. I mean, just you guys. These are, I was so excited. I was like, yay, I got to like see a whole bunch of her colors. So, which I've already ordered before, which is my vintage tea shop shawl is in her colorway, or her yarn. And they're amazing. Also, what comes in your Row 1 package is a cute little bag full of goodies. First is the paper that tells you who the dye. Well,
Yeah.
on here it tells you who the dyer is and the name.
That just tells you a little background of the dyer.
It gives you their logo. It gives you the names, a little bit about the dyer. It always comes with a cute little stitch marker, and this month's was a cute little heart, like Valentine stitch marker. And it always comes with a couple little goodies. Sometimes it's tea. Oh, this time it is tea and a little biscuit. So I got tea and a biscuit. Which is a really great, nice extra effect. And if you go sign up, there's like a discount code for first-time subscribers. So go check it out. It's on their Instagram. I think it's like $5 off or some percent something. Go look it out. Go look it up on their page, and you'll be able to see that you can save money for your first month. And then if you don't like it after the first month, you can cancel, but you won't because you'll love it.
All right, guys. Now we're going to be moving on to dream knitting.
Dream knitting, my favorite. Okay, so now that I found Ysolda Teague with her Musselburgh hat, you guys, she is so inclusive, so many designs. A lot of her designs she shows on multiple sizes, which I know for us like taller, not so thin people, it's great to see what a pattern will look like on other body types. So basically, I want to dream knit almost anything Ysolda Teague has made. I'm gonna go through. I was just going through her Ravelry right now, and yeah, so go check out her patterns. Next one up for dream knitting is the Undulation mittens. They're like fingerless mitts. They are beautiful. They are by Ksenia, Naidyon. Hopefully
We're kind of winging it right there.
So I looked up pronunciation for like almost everything, but I'm also American, so sometimes I can't quite get it. But go check those out. Those look great. I love the detail. It's like a diamondy kind of cable looking or raised ridges. I don't know. I haven't bought the pattern yet, but it looks great. The last one, you guys, you have to like go look these up right now as I'm talking. The Nordwand. It's called Nordwand. They are fingerless mitts, but they are worked. The shape is crazy looking, but so cool. It starts by knitting the thumb gusset, and you knit this way. It's That's crazy. And it's got some color work in there. They look so cool and so comfortable if you work it that way. You guys go look at it. They have a whole bunch of different styles in that, but the Nordwand looks really cool. All right, for podcasts, the 4-Star Knits is a great one. She's based out of Chicago. I mentioned her before, but go check her out. The Knit Witch, she's kind of new like us. She like worked on a farm and like over the summer and is like just super cool and very calm. If you need a break from our loud and kind of crazy and hyperness, she's very calm and peaceful sounding. I like to listen to her talk a lot when we talk about knitting. It's very nice and quiet. And then another one that I actually found out from Happy Knits, because she like profiled her, is Shanti Knits Knits. So Shanti Knits Knits is the podcast name. Go check her out. She is a little more far along in newness than we are. But Yolanda from Happy Knits like said it perfectly when she said that she's a prolific knitter. You guys, she tests the most insanely detailed things, and I'm pretty sure she gets them done super fast. Like, it must be a super fast knitter. Go check out her, like, even like her latest one. I mean, she had this like lace like panel down the back of this test knit. That's and then cool. The same lace panel came up and around the front in a different color than like the other sweaters. I mean, dang, you guys go look it up. It was really awesome. And she talks about it like it's no big deal. You know, I just made this and I'm like, whoa. I mean, like, I could make it too, but I mean, it would take me probably a hot minute. Plus, I knit like 2 billion projects at a time. But that's neither here nor there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this isn't too long. I know I got a lot of cutting out to do. We have some, you know, animal noises and interruptions, but we hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to click subscribe and like, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Wanna be